Hello, hello. Yes, twice in a day. Welcome to another stream back on Train Sim Classic. Let me get the up on the screen, hopefully. Pop up. Yes, twice in a day. Terrible, isn't it? Terrible behaviour. Anything popped up on the screen yet? Yes. Oh, feel spoilt. Don't know why. Uh, Popping up. Always something wrong, isn't there, eh? Somewhere. Hated. There we go. Right. Yeah. A bit of Trains in Classic today. Back on the Just Train Southwestern Expressways today. Doing a 70-minute scenario, although 70 minutes based on a normal person playing it. And we're going to be driving a Class 37, and we're going to be dragging a failed Virgin HST between Exeter and Bristol, set in 2004. So anyway, I run the scenario originally and noticed that the Virgin trains didn't have any logos on them, and thought, oh, sure, I installed like a logo patch for these, and so I reinstalled it, and it still ran without logos, and I thought, interesting. So I ran another scenario, and that had logos. So I had a look on Google, and of course, about 2004 was the time when Virgin stopped having a lot of logos on their HST. So the scenario creator kind of created it without the logos, because that's kind of like how the HST were in 2004. Um, JB Gaming, I've only just finished watching your VOD from earlier. Geez, was a very nice run, and the modded timetable was good. Nice to see 700s on the route and in Three Bridges Depot. Oh, I guess you mean the stream I did earlier today, yeah, which messed up the red signal. Yes, that was a bit of hard work, that was. But it managed to work in the end. Yeah, the modded timetable you get on the PC from it's a very old timetable mod now. It originally came out, I think it was for Train Sim 4. Um, or yeah, I think something like that. But you can get it from this site here. Um, Obviously, the dot is a dot. It's just that, I put the dot in it probably. I think it'll work for me, but I didn't want to risk it. But if you go to trainsim.cz, you might have to do a search for it, because it'll probably be quite far in the list now. But you can pick up a timetable mod, so you can run the London to Brighton with the Class 700 if you wish. Lots of services on there as well. Right, anyway, back to where I am at the minute. Yeah, so driving this. Now, these were from some scenarios that Rob Skip had put up on Train Sim Central, is it? Wherever it is. Or wherever it is. Train Sim website, wherever it is. Well, I get a lot of mods from. It was on there. So, anyway, we'll get into the scenario. Sort of just talking about it. So anyway, yeah, I run this earlier just to make sure it all loaded up everything, and didn't seem to have anything missing. I just wondered why the trains didn't have the Virgin logos, and then there was lots of pictures online of trains of HSTs in 2004 without logos. I thought, well, it's just one of them then. So anyway, basically one of the power cars has failed, and so you have to have a class 37 to be the other power car, more or less. That's how it's supposed to be. I think it was based on a real life incident as well. So that actually happened. So one of those days when the power car failed and they got a 37 in and they had to take it all the way to Bristol. Broken. Dodgy power car. Right, so anyway, let's have a look here. So yeah, you can see we've got an HST without logos. And we're at Exeter, and on the other side we've got a HST over here. Got a class 150 over here. Essex Trains colours. So this is the working power car, and then we've got the 737 Dragon as well. Let's read the scenario notes. 43153 was found at Newquay with a coolant leak. 37425 was summoned from Cardiff to meet the train at Plymouth to take it over the Seven Banks around 100 minutes late. You are to take the train forward to Bristol, where another driver will take over for the way to Birmingham. Maximum speed 80, so we can only go 80 on as well. So yeah, anyway, so we'll open the doors here at Bristol. You got to remember that the maximum speed of a 37 was 80, hence why we are limited to 80 ourselves. Right, let's see what else I need to do here. Everything working alright with you guys? Can you hear the stream? There's the Valenta off on its way. Francis Drake, that one. Right, I think we're ready to go. We'll get going. Make the train kind of Carder compatible. Open the windows a bit. Right, I think we're ready. What have I done? Have I broke the train already? Very quiet HST there. Of course, the power car would just be providing really the power, won't it, for the train itself, the lighting and the you know, the heating to be on, you know, in the restaurant car or whatever, you know, for the catering. Right, we're supposed to have been at Taunton at 17:51. I don't think we'll be there at 17:51. I think you don't have to blame me for not being on time today. Hello, Egbert. Oh, that's an old one. I've heard this one already. Hello, Carter. Right, anyway, off to Taunton. We are on the Southwestern Expressways. We are doing a scenario from Exeter to Bristol with a Class 37 taking a broken down HST back to Birmingham, although we only go as far as Bristol. Maximum speed 80 miles per hour because that is the maximum speed of a 37. A nice, quiet, peaceful time inside the carriage here. Anyway, enough about all that. "28 miles to Taunton. It's going to be a while. Get a cider along the way." Oh, got to put the logo lights on. I'm slacking here. I'm slacking. There we go. Right, I should be alright now. Now, I've driven 37425 before in some Rally Line scenarios. They had a different common livery that then. Anyway, will we get up to 80? That is the question. What other trains will we see on the way? We had a few at Exeter though. Good spot in place. Where's the train? Oh my goodness. Right, let's go to the bridge. About getting lost. Bush spotter, yeah. Something like that. Oh, we're up to 70 now. We're getting there. We're getting closer. Oh dear, something's just gone splat on the windscreen there. I've got the tail lights on as well. I'm so naughty. Wow, got to turn them off. Right. Is it that one? No. That's the wrong ones, right. Put them both up. There we are. There, that's much better now that they're quick. Before anyone can complain about my lights. Or someone comes in to wibble. Wibble wobble. Anyway. But yeah, streaming again, I know, terrible. Terrible. I was thinking about what to do. I thought, well, do I do something in Flight Simulator, or do I do a train sim stream? And I thought, well, I might do a train sim stream. So here I am. Here I am. Don't worry, all you regular streamers, I'm not going to be here to take over once more. Some of you out there are probably worried, oh my god, CK's going to start streaming every day again, what am I going to do? How am I going to stream when if he's streaming? Well, you just carry on streaming, don't you? Don't worry about me. Blimey. Glad you picked TSC. Yeah. Well, I downloaded these scenarios the other week from Rob Skip, who used to do bits and pieces for Vulcan Production in the past. And I thought, well, he's done a scenario pack for Southwestern, you know, for this route, Southwestern Expressways, and I thought, well, I'll just stream one of his scenarios. So that's what I thought I would do. I think I might have streamed one of his scenarios the other week. I think. I thought there was a scenario I did on this. I might have played it off stream though. I can't remember what I've streamed and what I haven't streamed. Oh wait, so much to wibble about with the stream title and game character. Well, it does say HST fail because it is an HST fail, isn't it? It is an HST that failed. However, you look at it, it is what it is. And I like this scenario because nobody can blame me for being late, because the train is already so late that yeah, I can't really make it any more later than what it would have been. It's already like nearly 2 hours late. So yes, even the most skilled of drivers wouldn't be able to get the train run on time again, no matter how good they say they are. It showed something with TSW6. Did it? Couldn't have done. Could be saying TS Classic. Unless I'm missing something. Not unless naughty which didn't update. DK Sim Game is now live streaming Train Simulator Classic HST fail. Oh, okay. You mean from earlier? Or maybe I'm just lost in the post. Isn't you either? It was on your end. Oh. Right, 17 miles to go. Did any of you see me stream a Class 31 scenario recently? Which was the 31's. Yeah, I got a feeling I played it offline, but then in my head I think I streamed it, but I don't think I did. That was another one of the scenarios I played on there. It was a Weymouth to Bristol service. Got a feeling it was. I mean, I did. Myself. Hey, Monkey Lips, how are you? Welcome in. Just driving along from Exeter to Bristol. A Class 37 taking a broken down HST up north. Only one of the power car works, and that's basically being used to provide power to the coaches and the kitchen equipment, etc. So it's actually not really being used as such. It's just power. The power car is just being used as an electric generator. So my 37's having to do all the work all on its own. Oh, I'm doing more than 80. Look, see, I'm trying to make up some time. Look, I'm trying to make some time up. You don't recall? No, it was probably one I did off stream then. I think I did stream it. I think it was like I was just playing on it, and in my head I probably imagined I was streaming it. I think it was me debating whether to turn it in, to record it as a video, and then I was just going to stick it up on YouTube type thing. It's probably Tiverton Parkway. But yeah, you can hear the power cars on, but it's just being used as a generator for the coaches. To power those and to power all the things like if they got microwave ovens and things. You know, all the coffee machines or whatever for people who want to have a drink. Anyway, it seems to be doing not too bad on its own. I'm sure the power car is helping just a tiny little bit, but when you put the power on, you don't hear the power car putting on power, but anyway, as we're going up this hill, the speed is decreasing a little bit. I can remember at the end of the stream I will put a link to these scenarios, so if you have the South Western Expressway and you have all the requirements that are needed to play the scenarios, then give them a go. Whitehall tunnel at the top. Yeah, we're almost at the top now, Egbert. I think you've played this. I think you've seen me play this one before. Let's see if there is a tunnel at the top. Or maybe it's not exactly at the top, but it's obviously at some point nearby. Right, we're going down the slope now. Oh, look, and there's a tunnel. Look at that. Egbert and his route knowledge. Well done, Egbert. These tunnels are not CARDA compatible because they don't have a texture blocking your way. Oh, there's a thing on here as well, but I can't remember where it is. It's not the engine stop switch. Oh, there we go. Instruments. There we are. Bush's class is up nose. I reckon he's played this before. Yeah, I reckon he has. Right, let's see how fast we can get this class 37 up to. I'm not going to stop at 80, I'm going to carry on going. I'm trying to make up some time here. Let's see if we can get up to 100. 83. I'm breaking all the rules. If Tepik was here, I'd be reprimanded. I can see it. Oh, 86. 87. We go up to 88. We can go back 2 hours in time and be on time again. Oh, nothing happened. Oh well, never mind. It's the fastest 37 today. 93. Here we go. Hey, 125. We're taking a 87 to 37 to over the speed limit. Will we get to 100? Go back to TSW 6. Well, that would upset a few, wouldn't it? Oh, I can't wipe that fly off. It's not in the wiper boundaries. Oh look, we're over 100 now. 101. Look at that, it's not even telling me off. Oh, there it was. Telling me off now for speeding. Going over the line limit. I wonder if the brakes will catch fire. 102. Might be on the inside, yeah. No, it's just because it's here, you see. The wiper only goes, it goes to about here. Oh, we're slowing down now. Back to 100. 6 miles to run till we get to Taunton. Passed a lot of AI trains so far, I can see. This is probably one of these timetables where everything is set to like what trains are actually running at that time of day and that particular year. And if you've got 2 trains an hour going down here, that's what you'll end up seeing. Right, anyway. Although there was quite a few trains at Exeter when we got there. I don't think this train goes to Weston-super-Mare. No, we're just going to go to Taunton and Bristol. That's probably the fastest you'll see a 37 go for a while. Your max speed is... Oh, here we are. The Wibblers are here. I know I'm supposed to only be going 80. I know. But this isn't real. This isn't real. We can go as fast as we can go. Anyway, I'm running 2 hours late. I'm trying to make up some time here. I just wanted to see how fast we could get this 37 to go. It's just so I can write an email to AP and say, Dear AP, your class 37 is very unrealistic. I managed to get it up to 106 miles per hour, and I thought it was only supposed to do 80. Your realism is not very good. Please fix. Thank you. And there you go. And that's what's going to... as if I would do that anyway. Some were certified to do 90. Well, some were certified to do 105, it seems. No, I'm just teasing 125 here. Just teasing him. Right, we better slow down. We've got a 60 coming up. I bet these brakes are going to be suffering. Got to stop at Taunton too, I know. Well, we're going to stop there, don't you worry. No, it looked like we're catching up with something there, because that's why I'm slowing down anyway. Did you really think I was going to go through Taunton? He's going to stop there like he did Kensington yesterday. At least some people remember what I was doing yesterday. I can't. I mean, I was trying to think all day, all this morning during my stream. I was trying to think, what was that station I stopped at yesterday? And I couldn't remember it. And then 125 just comes in and just, oh, at least he managed to stop at Kensington. I'm like, oh, that was it. I was like stopping at Clapham. I was like, where did I stop yesterday? I thought it was somewhere, but I couldn't remember where it was. Crowds have gathered, I see. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Another HST is coming in just as we're arriving as well. At least the people of Kensington got home. What people of Kensington, Egbert? It was a freight train. Since when does a freight train have passengers? See, I remember that bit. Well, maybe he means the aftermath. Maybe he means everyone that got stuck behind me. I don't know. He looks like he's high as a kite standing there with his drink. to somebody. Right, I think we can go to Bristol Temple Meads now. His face. Wow. Right then, off to Bristol. Only 44 miles to go. Can't hear me. Well, never mind. Probably a good thing you can't hear me. I mean, again. Thing fan man, hello. Windows are open. Oh, I get you. I get you. Silly me. Right, what time are we due into Bristol Temple Meads? We're due in there at 18:25. Right, I don't think I'm going to get in there in time, everybody. Now 19:38. Luckily not the year. There we go, we're in the Vulcan Bomber cockpit view. Does look a little bit like a cockpit from a Vickers bomber, doesn't it? Like a Vickers Valiant or something. Look at that view, Carder. It's almost a Carder compatible view. Just apart from that little antenna in the middle there wobbling away. Did I say wibbling away? Last 150. See how fast we can get to now. You know, if they ever sealed up properly the windows on them little huts there with the little chimneys, I wonder how much they could rent them out to people. You know, have them as oh, what are those called? Those places that you can rent out. I bet they could rent them out for a night quite quite a good bit of money. Airbnb, thank you, 125. Yeah, an Airbnb. They could get all those huts, refurbish them all, put like a little kitchen area in there, and a bed, and then put a fence around them so obviously people can't go on the railway line. But they're basically as close to the railway line as possible, and then you could rent them out. And they could get some money for them. Gravel Lodge. Brothels. No, nothing like that, Kate. There's the line that heads along towards Westbury and all that lot. Little canal boat over there. Grandad used to be a crossing keeper and pretty much lived in one of them sheds when it worked. Nice. I remember some crossing keepers when I was a kid. I remember he used to have to come out, and then he used to have to, and then there used to be like a steering wheel type thing at the crossing, and he, you know, bit like a big version of one of these. And he used to like turn the wheel and make the crossing gates come across. He'd hear like ding dings from the signal box, and he'd come out and do the railway crossing. And then once the trains had gone past, he then did all that and then went back in his little building again. According to my mother, one of my relatives in the past used to be a lighthouse keeper on a lighthouse in northern Scotland. Yeah, crossing keeper. Right, we're doing 83. See if we can get to 106 again. I was hoping to cause chaos. Maybe if I can go so fast, I might catch up with a 150 and then stuck behind it the whole rest of the journey to Bristol. Never know. Might catch up with another train. I wonder if Irascible used to sometimes go in those like little shed things, because he used to work on the railways, didn't he, Irascible, for a while? Back in his day, he was younger. I used to love those boards that they used to put up at the railway station when I was a kid. Whenever there was another train coming in, go through all these like boards of all the names of the station. I think they were called fingers or something. Was it destination fingers or something? I mean, they were pretty cool at places like Portsmouth and Southsea, because they used to have trains going all sorts of places, Bristol and Cardiff and Reading. So when a train left, they'd go through and look at a bit of paper and go, right, got to get number 105 out, and 105 might be the stopper to Brighton or the semi-fast service to Victoria or whatever. And then I remember going through some of the ones, because I used to sometimes talk to the ticket people at my local station and Some of the fingerboards used to be like ones that they never really hardly ever used, or they used in the past, but they still had them in with all the others. And there was like some really cool ones, you know, like really fast express services to Victoria that hardly stopped at any stations at all compared to like how it was at the time. Good thing though is at least this train is with coaches that can do 125, so I'm not too worried about making this train go faster. It's obviously not reading the, it's not reaching the lovely speeds it was reaching earlier though. Just think what speed we could have got up to if we didn't have to stop at Taunton. I probably lost a few viewers when I went over 80 as well. Probably like, oh my god, this stream is so unrealistic. He's driving a 37 at 85. I can't watch anymore. I'm getting triggered. Gotta go. Oh my god, that class 150 that's just come in the station. Oh my god, the screw is in the wrong position. I can't bear to watch anymore. Heaven forbid you drive TSC unrealistic. Well, you know, I know back in the day that sometimes drivers would drive over the speed limit sometimes. Read about all the tales all the time in the 80s where people would say about how the speed limit somewhere was 100 and they managed to get 107 out of a train. You know, when things weren't monitored so much. I'm just doing what the old style rail drivers would do in the past. They're just doing 85 in a train that's supposed to do 80. But you know, it's all to try and get back on time. I'm subbing. Someone will say, what date is this scenario? And I'll say, it says here it's the, oh, well, it doesn't say here, but it says in the notes that it was the 4th of August 2004. Wow, I remember this day visibly, and I don't remember these clouds in the sky at this position, so this scenario is unrealistic. Back in the good old days, yeah. I mean, I'm not being funny, 125, but I was doing a flight stream, right? And I was flying an Airbus at 3,600 feet. Someone come in and said I was at the wrong altitude, and I just said, no, I'm not. I'm at flight level 360, and that means that I fly at 3,600 feet. And, you know, I just can't stand people that come in and tell me that I do things wrong. I mean, it's terrible. So, yeah. Autism. Wasn't going to mention the clouds. Fair enough, it's your stream. See, I like your attitude, my friend. No, I'm only just joking though. What was it? What airline was I? Fly high, wasn't I? Or fly low. That's it. I was flying fly low, so I thought, well, because I'm flying fly low, I got to fly low. I did. I remember I had to keep turning to dodge mountains and hillsides and everything. Especially as you do everything wrong. I know. Well, you know, if it says in the manual that I can press Control and E, make the engines turn on, then I'll use Control and E. I'm not going to sit there and do a stream where I sit there for an hour before I even take off. I mean, if people want to do that, they do that, but I don't want to do it. I want to just like get in a plane and then within a couple of minutes I'm off. But you love the GPWS. Rain pull up. Yeah, but that's how I knew that I was heading towards mountains. Very useful. You remember the 2,500 stream from some years back? Oh, what? Yeah, like, as I was flying along, yeah, because of the ground. 2,500, and then it turned off again, and then because the terrain would then rise or lower below me, it would then go 2,500. I think I was at like 3,000 feet, and then as I was flying along, because the hills below me kept changing the altitude, the radar altimeter kept going 2,500, and then it would like do it again like 10 seconds later, 2,500. You just remember trying to land at Innsbruck in the dark and finding a mountain instead of a runway. Very well done. You get an achievement for that. I remember once doing a stream, I was in the 737 and I ran out of fuel and I managed to glide the plane all the way to the runway and land. That was quite cool. I like that. I think it's still on YouTube. In my YouTube is one of the little videos I did, I think. I think I was coming in to land, and then my fuel went, and I was like, "Oops!" And so I just glided it to the runway. I had that happen to me once in Switzerland, but then I was trying to land the 737 somewhere you shouldn't in a blizzard. Sounds a bit. Were you trying to like land it somewhere like Sion or somewhere like that? It was the airport that Pilatus are based at. Memory serves me right. Oh, I don't know what that one is. What were you delivering? Pilatus parts. Oh, look at those disappearing cars. I was telling my 737 pilot friend in Dubai the other week that her planes that she probably flies has been on a train, and she looked a bit confused. So I sent her a video of one of those fuselage trains in Seattle going through the city. I said to her, I said, your fuselage has probably been on one of those trains going through the city. So when you fly your 737 next, it's been sitting on a train and went on a little journey once. Thought it was quite cool. They called it the pickle train, apparently. Well, that's what the local train spotters call it anyway. Seattle, they call it the pickle train. It's like lots of green little pickles. Train. We do have you get the I think it's the Renton scenery. For flight sim, you get to see the train with the fuselages on, and then it comes up to like a siding, and then all the fuselages get unloaded, taken into the factory. Anyway, we've got 16 miles to go. No, sorry, 18 miles. Okay. How much fuel have we got left? Tell me. We've got 788 gallons. Don't think we're going to run out anytime soon. I want to actually see, does the fuel level actually go down in this? Is it always at a set level? Like when you make a scenario, you can set the level of fuel that's in it. Oh, it does actually go down, look at that. Went down 0.1. LSZC. Oh, okay. So, you know, there's trains that are CADA compatible. There is no doubt planes that are Katie compatible. Gosh, I'm doing 40 FPS here. Oh, another train. Get another Virgin Voyager. Should I do another scenario after this? What do you think? Let me know. What is the time? It is now 3:18 in the afternoon, Maytime. Zulu time, I'd like to say too. 12 miles to go. Because I'm due in there at about 1:15, about another 14 minutes to go. Yes, to another scenario, maybe a Thumper. Think about what Thumper scenarios I've got. I don't really want to go on the Ashford to Hastings route again, because I did a scenario on that yesterday. And I did London to Brighton in an earlier stream, so London to Brighton I've kind of done already as well. I could do a scenario that that's on the Salisbury to Portsmouth line, the Thumper. Although I might have streamed it before in the past, but probably like me, you probably forgot. That'll be a scenario that runs from St Denis to Salisbury, I think it was. So it was kind of in that era. Or like late 80s, I think, something like that. Although the thing I can't remember is if, when I played it, whether or not that they had which end I was driving at. I've got this feeling that it was at the quiet end. Not the noisy end. Like as in like they made it the cab you drove in was the quiet cab. I think there's going to be a new route coming up for Racing World that has that rail sound on it, you know, the train from a distance coming along on the track. Then you hear the sound of the rails as it goes by, and a while after. I'm trying to think what they call it, that sound. Miles to go. I'll have a look actually though, because might have quite a few workshop scenarios which had the Thumper in as well. Although I don't think all of them work for my Thumper though, because some of them are set up to work with the with the version that's sold on Steam, because I think it was in a different folder, even though it was the AP 205. It was put in a different folder, so when people made scenarios of it, you had to kind of go into TS tools and swap it over. A bit like with the Steam version of Very Lines. It might have been the Steam Thumper with Steam Very Lines or something. I don't know. I know Whitemead did some scenarios of a Thumper, and of course the Rascable's 204 on tour thing, which I've played in the past. I don't think I have those installed at the moment. I'll have a look. What I'll do is I'll select the Thumper and then I'll see what scenarios come up for it. If anything comes up that I haven't really played before. Can't promise anything, mind. Right, 4 miles to go. We are going to arrive a little bit earlier due to me going faster than 80, but although right now we're not. We are now, but you know, I haven't seen in my streams for a little while, although to be honest I haven't really been streaming that much. Toff, oh, but Toff's alright. Been Toff for a little while. You and Sprinter did scenarios for that Thumper as well. I asked you to test them as you had the AP Very Lines. Yes. Yes, you did. I actually got the Steam version of Very Lines as well. I think there was a Steam sale ages ago and they were selling it really cheap, and I thought, well, I'm just going to get it, so at least it then links to the so that you know, if I play a scenario, even though I've got the other Very Lines, it'll still be looking for the trains and rolling stock from the Steam version, so then it should work, and it did. I thought while it was so cheap, I think it was only like about 6 or 7 quid. I thought, well, I'll get it while it was that cheap. It's just saving me a load of hassle. It's odd how you lived in Bristol so long and you only travelled on this line once. Well, there's probably a lot of people that live in areas and they never really get the train anywhere, Katie. In a way, I mean, only if you were driving that time or riding on your motorbike a lot. And a lot of people probably in the town I live in probably have never gone on a bus either. Purely because they just drive everywhere. We don't have many buses around where I live. Well, not going to many. I mean, we have buses that come to our town, but we don't have many local services, if that makes sense. When we can get buses to Brighton and we can get buses to Portsmouth. But there's not so many buses that actually serve the town as such, you know, to go to every corner of the town or whatever. I mean, we have local buses that come to where I live, but they only have like 3 buses a day, and then then that's it. 3 buses. So if you go after a certain amount of time a day, then that's it, you're stuck. Right, we're coming into Bristol. I mean, the other time it was the Wherry Lines thing was when you were working on that scenario with SAP, and you used quite a few assets that were with the that you had to have the AP Wherry Lines for it to find or something, like bits and pieces. Used to live on that hill to the right back there. Oh, okay, I've probably gone past it now, fortunately. Very empty Bristol Temple Meads. There's not one train in here at all. So late, all the trains have gone. Or maybe I'm so early, all the trains haven't arrived yet. Maybe all the trains, all the AI trains, all popped in the next 10 minutes. But because I'm so early, because I was speeding, maybe there's nothing here. Yeah, the evil. Yes. Right, I remember if you were doing it and Sap was watching, tell you off. You weren't doing things right. He'd be watching you like a hawk. Or if you didn't spot something, he'd make sure you spotted it. Like if there was something going on in a building 100 metres away from the track, he'd want to tell you about it. Oh, if you go in that building 100 metres away, there's something I've put in there, look. Windmill Hill. Where is it? There's nothing here at all. I bet it's either that he didn't put things in. I mean, I get that as well, because I mean it's all on system frames and stuff. I think when I went to Bristol, I got out of the station and I went to find somewhere to eat. I'm sure it was around here somewhere. I can't remember where it was. I remember going over this bridge here, and then there was like a place you could eat, a pub or whatever, around here somewhere. Well done, you've completed the scenario successfully. That's good. That's good. I've done it successfully, everybody. Is it got a tick? Just so I don't play it again one day and go, oh, yeah, I'm sure I played this before. Come on, hurry up. Always takes so long. No, it takes so long for scenarios to come back to the main menu on it. Plato Incorporated. Yeah, it did it at last. Speeding 5 times. Really? Oh, my mouse cursors did it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might restart Train Sim then, because we're getting the yeah, sometimes it does that when it's got a lack of memory, I think. I'm just gonna put my Be Right Back screen on, and then I'm just gonna shut Train Sim down and reload it up again. I can find the quick game button. Right. I think there's a thumper on one of the. Oh, look at that in HST. Let's see how long Train Simulator takes to load up now. As I said yesterday, it seems to take longer when I'm streaming to load up. Why? Right then, I'm just loading it up, waiting to see what Thumper ones we've got. What is the time? 35. Ding. Got my cable caught up. Terrible. My cable doing. Right, come on, hurry up. Good all day game. Rated scenario database. Still loading. I don't know why it does it. I don't know if anyone else has OBS finds that when you've got OBS running and you're streaming and you open up Train Sim a bit longer than maybe it's oh come on. Still loading up. Sorry everyone, it's taking a little while. Really do much about it. Oh, what's this say? Insert disk 1422. Oh, right, hang on. Got to put another disk in. Okay, right. I think it's loading up a bit more from this disk now. Takes forever, you know. How many disks I have to put in? Oh, we'll get there in a minute. Well, good news, it's loaded up. And we don't have that many choice of scenarios, to be honest. As I said, I didn't really think I had too many on here. So, yeah, we've literally got Just Trains Wessex Main Line, which was the one I mentioned earlier. And then we got London to Brighton, South London Network, and also the Hastings line. I don't really want to do Hastings line because we did it yesterday, and then these don't really want to do. So I think the only choice with the Thumper is the one on the West lines, which I think I played before and streamed before. The line between St Denis and Cosham was only electrified in 1990, so prior to that, local services were predominantly operated using Thumpers, don't I know it, on local services and Class 33s on long distance services. On one autumn summer in 1987, drive 205028 on the local stopping service from Portsmouth Harbour to Salisbury, starting on the approach to St Denis. So that's the scenario I'm going to play. It's 50 minutes long. As I said, the only thing I'm worried about is which end it is. Do they have storms in Wessex? Storms? Don't know. I wouldn't know. Maud. Oh wait, that's only up north, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Good morning, driver. You are on the move approaching St. Denis where you'll be stopping. So be prepared to take the controls immediately. And of course, it's the other end, what I was worried about from before. So yes, it's the non-noisy end. Kind of defeats the object, really. But hey, you know, there were... Shame there wasn't a scenario. Oh, there might have been. I'll have to look. Maybe there was a scenario that... oh. Oops. I think I'm just going to have to play it like this view. The Egbert Euro truck view. Just to hear the sound. Oh, I haven't got the lights on. That's naughty. I'll have to turn them on when I get into the train. Yeah, we'll have to drive it egg view. There we go. Oh, 33! Right, first thing I've got to do is I've got to go in this cupboard because the lights aren't on. The loon lighting. There we go. That's better. There's there's only one view you could have. Right, we'll have to do this view then. Have to have the egg cam. I do like the detail on this train though, considering how old it is now. Cool. Don't have it on the thing, egg cam. I know. The egg cam. Right, anyway, let's go. Let's go. The egg cam view. Very autumny, isn't it? All these colours. That's an okay view, I guess. Not very realistic, but you know. Mind your heads, children. Of course, we're in a tunnel now, so it always switches out the other view. we got here? We've got a VEP. But last time I was at Southampton, I was waiting for a Voyager to show up. The train coming. Not sure though. Oh, I can hear one. Also, they didn't have the reps and stuff. Oh, this is 92. This would have been like the Thumper anyway. There's normally VEPs. Thumper to Waterloo used to go everywhere. Get going and then we'll get back to the end view. Red Bridge next. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I used to travel a lot around here when I was off school in half terms and holidays and things. Not always, you know, mate. Like if we had a school holiday, you know, in the summer of like 6 weeks, maybe like two of those weeks, I probably do a bit of travelling around with one of them rover ticket things that I used to get. And in half term, you know, once the weather was getting nice, you know, after Easter I might get one for a week. But 47's about. Do a lot of the container trains back then. Like the 66s and the 70s that are everywhere these days. I used to get some 37s as well and 33s hauling stuff. And then the intercity trains that used to come from up north that were always 47s. Class 50s you'd see at Basingstoke, Salisbury. And then the 33s always used to be doing the Portsmouth to Cardiff runs. Portsmouth to Bristol, etc. I used to like the old Mark 1s, you know, like Harry Potter style, you know, with all the little compartments it used to sit in. 47's over there. One of those 47s I was intercity services I was telling you about. You go to like Bournemouth and Poole. Right, let's pop into Redbridge. Probably coming in a bit too quick here. Mind. Yeah, I think I did. Oops. Might have to do a bit of reversing. That's the trouble when you're trying to drive from the back. Well, you can hear the compressor. Right, let's do a bit of reversing here. Never drive a train from the back. Although that's not really an excuse for me, because even if I was sitting at the front, I probably still would have messed it up. I used to hate these trains. I used to hate the door at every seat, which is why I hated VEPs as well. Because if it was chucking down with rain, right, and it was like busy time of day, and you'd be sitting there by the window, and then someone's always going to be wanting to get in your door when it's chucking down with rain, and they're all wet, and they're like, you're having to move your legs out of the way and your bag or whatever, and then they all come past and they're all dripping wet and everything else. Right. Wibble off. I mean, these trains weren't very good for safety wise as well, because you know you could get trapped in a coach, because if you were being attacked by somebody, then nobody can get to you. There's no way you can get through the train. So you know each coach was basically its own little cage. Right, we're going to take the line to the right. Line off to the left heads towards Bournemouth and Weymouth, and we're going to be going towards Romsey and Salisbury now. The old marshlands over there. Weeds. That's for Carder, times 40. All 33. And the Mark 1's a bit. Hope you don't mind me driving with this view. Coax the goalpost. Yeah. Tree stumps. When I used to travel about on these, they still had the old numbering system on it, so this one would have been 1128 back in the day. And they all got renumbered. And Selhurst was the depot that they're all based at. Though these originally were all built at Eastleigh Works. The Selhurst depot we all know from London to Brighton when you leave East Croydon. And more or less a big depot there is where they get serviced. Go down for this 20. Go back to the front view just for a sec. I'm waiting on their tractor there. That's the brake. Well, I think when I'm driving, I normally do a good job at that, don't I? Especially when we hit the buffers at the end. I'll try to have a look on ATS and see if they got any scenarios for this route. Well, most of the scenarios, the third-party ones I've got from this route, are always from the other site that I go to, or I download. Train Sim community site. OTS. They used to host their own stuff on their own website, but then now they host a lot of the stuff. So if you want Harrogate Loop, Northern Lines, the other sort of routes that used to be going through at VP and non-track simulation, then they all host them there these days, and the scenarios. Although Vulcan Productions still has its own website up and running as well, some scenarios, although they don't tend to update so much on there now. This is what we pointed out before, bit of track here. I think that's a very long heritage line, that one, especially if you go at a mile an hour, you might be able to get a nice journey out of that. Better keep an eye out here. Ooh. I feel I'm going to overshoot again. Oh dear. Not really paying attention here, am I? Where's the brakes not working? Oh dear. Zone 1. Well, you know what this means, don't you? Reverse, reverse. Oh dear. It's what we've come to expect. I know it's all very boring, isn't it? Oh, a bit early. A bit too much. You can tick it off your card. What for? I think I've already done it 50 times today. Right, anyway, there we go. Just in case anyone in first... Oh, the first class passengers all want off. They want to get out. Sorry, what was that little bit of line in the trees? I think it's just it's on the railway station premises. Where was it again? Can't even find it now, Katie. It's disappeared. Where did it go? Is it over here? Oh, there we go. It might be to do with maybe there's like a railway club or something. Anyway, and they have a little thing here. Maybe they have a model railway in one of them sheds or something. Sure, you could look it up. Romsey Signal Box Working Museum. There you go, Katie. There we are. So yeah, I suppose you can then go in there. It's a bit like that thing that they used to have at Didcot, where you could mess about in the signal box and make the points and that work. And they told you about how signal boxes worked and that sort of stuff. Right, anyway, off we go again to Mottisfont and Dunbridge. I like that. Oh, someone forgot to put it into forwards. Oh dear. I know, if only Jeff was here. If only I had Jeff with me and I could ask Jeff where we are, and he'd probably tell us all that we're near Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Remember that? Going across with the balloon, and then we kept saying, where's the nearest somewhere? And it would say, oh, the nearest thing is Blackpool Pleasure Beach. What is Fonton Dunbridge? I mean, that sounds a bit like an estate agent. Let's get what's Fonton Dunbridge. I've still got an injunction on Jeff, have you? We've got people standing in the streets here. You're right there. What are you up to? Up to no good, I bet. Look, I've even got cars in the driveways. A girl sitting on a wall. Oh, come on. Why don't you come out with me tonight? I don't want to go out with you, Mr. Starmer. You're an arsehole. Oh, I'm not. I'm not an arsehole. I do lots of lovely things. Oh, look. Look, there's one of those gas places, Egbert. Gas cookers. Do you remember we fly over these? Oh, look, there's gas cookers. His dad was a tool maker. Poor Alf, lost in China. Anyway. Going past cows on the Isle of Wight. But you can tell this isn't an irascible scenario because it'd probably tell you that there was something going on in the barns. You'd hide something in a barn somewhere, like a power car or a truck. Or have cows fishing in a lake with a boat. I love the way the speed limit here is 80. I know in this Thumper we're never ever going to get to 80. But he's been sitting there waiting about an hour. The tough choice. Tools versus clowns. Yeah. Right, anyway. 1 mile to our destination. It's just like you can go in a minute. You better start slowing down. Will we stop in time though? That's the question. I think I'm going to do. Oh, I might actually. Wow, I think I might have actually done that. There we go. We've got to flock to London's South Bank because there's so much to queue over. Sit back, relax and feel smug. Senior rail card. Getting better, yeah. Right, we're off to visit Dean. No sign of Torville though. Another train is what? Going. Another train is going. Right. I like the crossing rendition. Right, we've got Dean in 3.5 miles to go. If there's a crossing up here any. Probably not one for a long time. Of course, now I want to look for a crossing. There isn't any. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Oh, it's already got the gates down now. Oh, that's... Where's the Oh, there. I'm gonna say. Where the lights were blind. Can't hear it yet. Oh, we're 11 and off at 56. Might be here in a minute. Right, let's see how well we can stop here. A bit short. Yeah, I think you'll have to walk up the other end. Maybe I should come down a bit. Oh dear. I thought I did all right then, and then I realised how much there was like left. Bean Fan Man says it very well. Bean Fan Man says it as a passenger that's just turned up to get on the train and realised they've got to walk about 40 metres up there to get on it. Way out. Check train times on the go. Kids travel for just £1. Overcrossing for trains to Romsey, Southampton and Portsmouth. This side for trains to Salisbury. Next stop is Salisbury in 8 miles. Right, almost at the end now. And almost at the end of the stream as well. I hope you've enjoyed these 2 journeys today. Well, this afternoon. If anyone is wondering why I'm using this out of the camera view, it's just because this scenario puts you in the other cab. Very quiet. Some of my viewers like sounds of the Thumper. So this is the only way we're going to get sounds of the Thumper, by putting it at the back. Now, of course, most professionals, they knew they were going to stream this scenario, would have probably gone into an editor and swapped the consist around so that the noisy end was at the front. It's the CADA approved camera view. CACV. The CADA compatible train view, or CCTV for short. Now we know what CCTV stands for. The CADA compatible train view. CCTV. Oh, I like the egg view. Egg cam, I like. Because whenever Egbert plays Euro trucks or American trucks, he always likes to have this view of the truck from behind, looking down. The egg cam. Alright. Come on, hurry up. Can you see why I used to hate going on these? I mean, I like the train in here. I love it. But can you see why I was fed up with ways to travel on them in real life? Like, it's slow and noisy and take forever. CK egg. I mean, if these trains were ever used, say, like for a Portsmouth to Southampton to Portsmouth service, or other way round, and they used to just skip a few stations, I probably would have liked. I probably would have liked to Thumper more, but it was just because they were always the stopper. Every station between Southampton and Portsmouth. You know, if they'd have done like the odd service that stopped, you know, like went from Portsmouth, called at Fratton, then went to Cosham, then Fareham, and then Swanwick, and then Southampton, I might have enjoyed them a bit more. But of course, I can do all that in train sim if I want to. If I want to do a, well, I can't obviously do it in train sim because it's not really a Portsmouth to Southampton route. Well, there is, but there's no scenery for it. It's just track. But if I wanted to drive, and there was a route that I could do, then that's what I could do. I could drive the train from up at all the stations I wanted to stop at. I hope someone does a Portsmouth to Southampton route properly at some point. I need to make the route. You're having a laugh. You're having a laugh. Me, route building. My God. Who do you think I am? Me? Maybe one day we can go into chat GPT and say, can you build me a train simulator route, please, between Portsmouth and Southampton? And then after about half an hour, it would say, your file is ready to download, and then off you went and downloaded it. It's easy enough. There are people that have tried route building in chat. They will probably tell you the opposite. I think you are just being funny. You know how to do scenery and basic track laying. Well, there you go. There's a little bit more to it than just scenery and track laying. It's getting everybody content and happy. That's the problem. Because you'll do a nice job in your head, and you post it on a Facebook forum somewhere or whatever, and you'll say, "What do you think of the route that I'm doing?" And people are going, "Ah, the trees aren't right, the flowers aren't right, the grass is the wrong colour. What era are you doing it in? I hope you're not doing it in the era that I don't like, because if you are, then obviously I'll moan about that as well. Now, unless you're going to do it for every era." Exactly. That it's seen Katie. It's basically like, helps to highlight even more. A footbridge is 10 foot in the wrong place because in the year 1987 they might have moved the footbridge 10 feet. Katie's route might have been in a different time period, so it was probably in the correct place. Oh, here we go. Another 47. Carter's here, he'll be happy. But it's 47 in here. Although his love affair with the 47 is now over. He's now going for a train that's three older. So he now likes 50s. He's now into the 50s now. Gone from the 40s into the 50s. You returned just in time. Here he is. What do you mean you returned? You mean you left? You mean you left the stream? That's terrible. I should time you out for half an hour. Signal SB448 is meant to have a rusty post and it's in new condition. Yeah, see? See? This is why I don't do things like scenario creating or route building. I just let other people do all that. You returned just in time, just at the end as well, Carter. Carter was like, "Oh, if I just turn up now, it must be the end almost." See, if you'd have just commented and not said that you've just returned, you could have made me given me the impression that you were here the whole stream. Just one more scenario, you can do it. I'll do another scenario if you all give me 1,000 bits. Oh dear. You've made 3 scenarios, designed them as rage bait, so it's impossible to get the green tick at the end. Oh, I mean, those scenarios, I just thing on them. The only thing I find annoying with those kind of scenarios is that basically, like 6 months down the line, when I'm looking through a list, I think, have I played that scenario? I can't remember. And then, because it hasn't got a green tick, you don't know if you have or you haven't. Has sent 1,000 bits. Have you? Wow, I don't know how you managed to do that, considering I don't do them, but anyway. No end of people have commented about it on ATS. Oh, you got it on ATS, have you? Right, anyway. You have to tell me what it's called. Maybe I'll play it. Surely hasn't heard of Flying Scotsman. Yeah, that's another person I haven't seen pop into my stream for a very long time, is Flying Scotsman. A long time ago, he used to moderate here as well. When I was more popular. You'll have 1,000 points on it. You think he's still one of your mods? Ah. You mean Mr. F2 and save? Yes, we do. Right, we're coming into Salisbury, platform 6. Salisbury, obviously very well known for Novichok. I don't know if they had that story in the Netherlands, Carter. Did they ever report on that story where some Russian people had come over to the UK and tried to poison some Russian people with Novichok virus? Spicy Russian chocolate. Oh, look at this. You know what's going to happen here? Oh, where have I gone? No, I'm not going to get there in time. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Oh, oh, quick. Oh no, I'm going too fast. No, 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 no. Slow down. Well, there we are. There we go. Um, oh no. Well, there we go. Player train derailed. Oh, no wonder there's not many of these left now. Oh, I won't get a green tick for that one. Yeah, I know. I know. Terrible. Well, anyway, what was it I was saying? Shall I call the policeman? Oh, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Hmm. Never mind. Anyway, we're going to put the Be Right Back screen on because. 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 I'm no expert, but I don't believe you meant to do that. I didn't. I didn't. It kind of just happened. Fortunately, kind of kind of happened. It's not a good thing. Right, let's see if this scenario will work. This is why we can't have nice things. It's the buffer's fault. They just came speeding into him. They did, that's right. Yeah, did you not see that? The buffers actually moved into me. Oh dear. Let's see if this loads up. Doesn't. I will say end of stream. But we will see. We shall see. Right then, I'll bring you all back. Seems to be working. Right, here we are. We're at Norwich. Hello, driver. First things first. Switch ends and then open the doors here at Norwich, where you are booked to depart at 17:30. You will call at Brundall, Lingwood, Ackle, and Great Yarmouth. Finally, turn on the ETH and remember to set up the NARN radio. You are in area 20. Here we are in area 20. Dear. Breaking news. Oh. You definitely have Carter's attention now. I bet. Bet I do. Right, how do I turn on the ETH then? Where do I do that? Here. Engine start. Train heat, that's the one. Can you order a pizza on that? No? Right, here we are. We're in 500050. Fearless. Yeah, you have to be. You have to be pretty fearless to travel with me, I'll tell you. Got some. Oh, we got the driving thing at the back there. Might actually go to that one. No, you can't, unfortunately. Never mind. Oh, I got to do. Is there some things I got to do behind here as well? Got to know how this train works. Oh, hang on a minute. Got to do that, haven't I? Only 3 numbers difference, but quite the upgrade. Let's do other things I've got. Passenger, vacuum goods, whatever. Fuel priming. Blimey, it's almost like a PMDG in here. Anything up here? The demister, the route indicator, tail lights are on off. I turned them off already. I might have already done them. Headlight. I want the route indicator on. I don't need the headlights on. That'll do. Right. Oh, and then we have to do the windows, because it has to be Carter compatible. You'd open them doors. You can open the door. Open the door from there. There we go. The little known, yeah. Right, I think we can go now. Very short train. Yeah, it is a little bit, isn't it? Right, let's go to Brundall. Hang on. I haven't changed the clag factors or anything. I've just left it on whatever it defaults to. Oh wow, it's pretty sprightly with a few carriages. Right, we're off to see Martin. Good job it's not AP. We'd have to pay £5 every time he sounds the horn. I knew you were going to make an F job. Shift C, I'm not, no, I'm not doing it. I mean, I think it's smoky enough as it is. Doesn't need any more. You must not resist. I think it's already on a high level. I don't need to put it on anymore. Oh gosh, what happened? The game's froze. The game couldn't cope with all the clag. It was like, oh my god. Well, I can't put this any back anymore. Well, I could do. Right, we're just going to stay in the cab now. Got a new NAS. That's short for a NASA space rocket. Wow, a lot of stutters on this route. Oh my gosh. What's going on? Maybe I didn't do the shader cache. Oh look, it's them old trees again. You reckon? Oh, sorry, the clouds. You recognise these clouds, everybody? Cloud with the goat that sits down. Remember this cloud? Maybe it's a bit later on today, Katie. Did they say it was being released today? From the launcher. The only A340 I would get would be the Aerosoft one, which is being worked with Tollis. If I was going to get an A340, the 500 or 600, because they're the ones that tend to be used a lot for freight these days. Some 600s that used to be ex-Virgin that are based at Bournemouth. They get used a lot for freight stuff now. Oh, these humps and bumps. I think it's because they had the well, you know, the Trent engines on them as well. And they were, compared to the other A340s, they were a little bit more powerful in a way. They were pretty long as well. I think the A340-600 was like the longest airliner for a while. Think of the length of it. Sorry about all these little freezes here. My little PC can't cope with it all. The original Murray lines it does a better job with though, but I think it's just this V2 version. Yeah, signals just changed. I think we are supposed to stop here, aren't we? As I said, the only next airliner I'll be getting for flights will be the 75 whenever that comes out. That'll do. I think this is one of the Class 50 scenarios. So I think if you buy the AP Class 50, I think this is one of the scenarios you can play if you've got the Wherry Lines version 2. Well, going by the title of the scenario, it was the APC 50. I think this is one of the Class 50 scenarios. Get with it. But of course, got to get the requirements and stuff. I better slow down to 15 again. Right, let's see how quickly it gets up to 60 once I open the throttles up. Right, we ready? Let's get going again. Yeah, maybe if it was GSX, they'd be dancing. Right, next stop, Great Yarmouth. You fear? No, just enjoying the sounds, Katie. I thought we could all enjoy the sounds so you didn't have to hear me talking over the top like I am now. No, I just thought, instead of me talking while you could hear all them cool sounds going on, I thought I'd just shut up. That's all. Right, coming into Yarmouth now. Great Yarmouth. Oh, look, there's a 47 carder. How nice. What a nice ending here. Please don't overshoot. As if I would do things like that, Steam fan man. Terrible. I'll work out which is the best way to go here. Well, never mind. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, looks like Carter was going to be playing the Class 50 today. Well, he might have to play with another one. And on that bombshell, it's time for me to go. Oh, look, I've lost my mouse cursor again. Pop this in sometimes. You're sacked. What, for the gazillionth time again. Right, anyway, everyone, I'm going to head off now. Thanks for stream. Yes, indeed, Steam Fan Man. Thanks for being here too. And everyone else that was here as well to join in the fun. I will see you all another time. Another place, who knows? And yeah, take care of yourselves. I'll no doubt see some of you later. Yep, see you, Carter. Thanks, Katie. Thanks, Egbert. Team Fan Man and 125. And everyone else that was here who might have been watching in the background or lurking or whatever. Matter. If I've missed anyone out, I apologise. I don't mean to. So yeah, bye for now, everybody. Thanks for being here, Egbert. Bye, everyone.